Welcome to Pagan Crafting. I'm your host, Cara. Today on Traveling Witch, What's in My Travel Bag, we are also going to make some special anointing oil that's going to be for anti-stress and traveling. I'm also going to be doing a talisman bag to help me along in my travels as well. So I thought I'd share that with you and we can go through that together. So, what's in my travel bag? I think I'm going to wait to show you what's in my travel bag when I get to my destination because I don't quite know what I'm going to bring because it depends on what I'm going to do, who I'm going to see, who I may not see. Some things I like to be prepared for, some things I'll bring just in case. I am going to be staying in a hotel for 2 weeks, so I can't smudge daily, so I'm going to have to bring an alternative for that to aid me. So something either sound or a spray cleanse, and that way I can't stink up the hotel or them thinking I'm smoking in there when it's no smoking allowed. So join me today as we make some anointing oil for your travels. We'll make a talisman together. We will also go over what's in my travel bag, for it is different every time. And maybe might give you some inspiration along the way for when you are traveling. I have high anxiety personally. I used to suffer from PTSD a long time ago, and I use magic and oils and herbs and crystals to help maintain the levels of anxiety and keep them tolerable, sometimes completely get rid of them, especially when I'm traveling. It's really nice to have. So join me today as we go over some travel tips and hints, and we'll have some fun along the way. So having a look through my apothecary, I am looking for valerian root. That is going to instill really calmness. It even helps out with being sleepy. It helps out with protection. And it's really, really good for what I need for my anti-anxiety spell for this. So as I'm looking here, there's some lily of the valley, some lilac mix, some mandrake root, and love, sleep, purification, protection. Valerian root, that is what I'm looking for. Now, thinking of something else I could use, I did pull out some lavender already. Of course, that's really great. So many people use that. Lemon balm, this would be perfect. Okay, so I got 3 ingredients here to work with, and I thought I'd give you a little peek of what my apothecary looks like. I'm pretty proud of my apothecary. I'd say it's close to 80%, maybe 90% now that is pure and has been forged by myself, or I've got from witchy vendors and trades. So what I've done here, I'm using my rose quartz crystals to charge up with love for my oil jar, which is made out of glass. I have the valerian, lavender, and lemon balm. So let's start off with some valerian root. That's some stinky magic, my friends. Whew, but it is so beautiful. Look at it. Look at all the curves. Oh, it's so stinky. Valerian is ruled by Mercury, air, and sometimes water. It's good for calmness, and it's going to help me relax. So we're going to have a little piece in there. Lavender is ruled by Mercury, also air. It repels negativity. It offers protection from bad and damaging energy. So hence, a lot of people stressed out at airports, missing their flights, being late for flights, trying to catch the next flight, irritated that they have a layover. Anyway, the energies are all over the place. So this helps calmness and promotes healing. It can also keep away any illness. The last flight I had was pre-COVID 2018 when I went to New York State. And that was the last flight I was on. So this is a little something new for me after COVID times, my friends. Throwing down some lemon balm ruled by Jupiter and water. It helps out with anxiety, it helps out with emotional balance, and brings peace. Almond oil, this is only what I use. You could use avocado, and you could use, what's another great oil? A sunflower oil too. But the almond oil is believed to have protective properties too. It's great for relaxation, reduces stress, depression, anxiety. It helps out with fatigue, and it is used by many massage therapists with their aromatherapy. I love almond oil. I have very, very, very fair skin, and it is, I can't even use soap on my face, but I could use almond oil anywhere on me. My face especially, it totally takes, and it's fine, and it doesn't, you don't break out, nothing. It's not oily. It is beautiful. So, if you need to do a little splash and run, it's not going to wreck your clothes. Now I'm going to build a little mojo bag. I'm just going to go into my crystal counter here and see what pulls out for me. I do have a bowl of crystals that I have just for customers. Would you believe that? I have a bowl. It's a fish bowl actually, and it is full of crystals that I pull out for my Etsy store customers. So I like to feel what I'm drawn to. So those of you that have ordered anything from me will always get 2 to 3 crystals depending on what spirit or what I was drawn to for you. Oh, look at that labradorite. Oh, some of my favorite stone. That is tourmaline or black onyx. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to douse that to figure that out. And then I have my vague viseros, and I wound up grabbing a black tourmaline one instead because I needed more black tourmaline, and I didn't know if the other one was onyx or not. I'm really, really pulled to this one here too. I don't know why. We'll figure that out later. I'll have to look it up. So each travel bag that I do can be different. By different meaning, it all depends on where I'm going. So it depends on where I'm traveling, what I can and can't bring with me, who I'm visiting, where I'm going, what I'm allowed to take on the bags with me or check in the bags, or am I driving? Can I take it all? Which I have done. I have brought arsenals with me before. But make each travel bag unique to your purpose. If you have to hide little things and hide items, then maybe you don't want your practice out in the open. Just a little mojo bag, a little travel bag. Maybe the oil that I made, you can simply draw a sigil on yourself. Anoint yourself with it. Definitely add more lavender because that valerian is stinky on you, or have some perfume to go over top of that. It's really cool. In that orange bag was actually a fairy stone from Ontario, and I'm heading to Ontario. Oh, some green onyx there, some crystals I found, some sodalite. Oh, there's so many little goodies all over the place. So different things that you could use your oil that we made together is anoint the zipper on your travel bag to ensure that your travel bag doesn't get lost. Anoint your body. I'm going to anoint my arms, my sigil for safe travels. You can also do an anti-anxiety sigil as well. Anything that you need to help you along the way with your travels. I'm going to also anoint my travel ticket. I hope to get a great seat, maybe by the window or in an aisle. So you could use your anointing oil in many different ways. So let us have some fun and travel now and see what's in my travel bag. Wow, I'm just staring out my window. Out of all the cities in Canada, this is a city that never sleeps. There's so many people that compare it to New York City. And the traffic is there's even traffic jams. on a Sunday night. It is crazy. There's so many millions of people that live here. I'm here on training for my job, and I've brought along some goodies with me. And now I had to really think about what I could bring about the weight, because I was flying, so you get charged extra weight in Canada for over a certain amount of kilograms, as well as what you can bring on your carry-on. You can have a carry-on in your purse, and you have to watch, like I made these oils. So that one is really good for, you can anoint items with it. You could also draw a travel sigil on your arm and give that a little boost. It smells weird. I like it. I like the lavender. Now, in other ways you could use sigil magic is what I've done here. I've used the back of my phone case, and I've printed out a sigil that I designed, and this sigil says "Safe Travels." Now, I got this idea from my friend Peck from Peckish Pagan, and she said she drew a sigil and put it on the back of her phone in her case. I'm like, that's great, because I brought this symbol along, but I brought it along so I can draw it on my arm, so I can draw out little things, little offerings, my little offering bags. And I'm like, but it is for safe travel. So in the inside where your phone goes, nobody needs to know. You have your sigils you can put there. Mine is for safe travels. And some of the other things that I needed to bring is sometimes I get a little anxiety. I'm an empath. So being around a lot of humans and an airport is a lot of energy to take in. So I make an essential oil here, and it's a 4 Thieves oil blend. Now, I wasn't sure if I could take it on with my carry-on for me. It's just an oil, but again, it's liquids, and sometimes you're not allowed to bring that on the plane. So I had to pack that in. So I put it on before I checked in my luggage. And then I'm able to take in the essence of that. Now, other things I use to start my day is a Pagan Crafting chakra spray. It has distilled water I use, and sweet grass and peppermint. So you could also, another one's good to use is like if you can get like a sage and peppermint would be a really good one too. I brought this one as a cleanse, it's a chakra cleanse, but also as I can't light any incense or any sage or anything on Palo Santo. This is a non-smoking room, and I don't think people would like other people's incense and scents. So my chakra spray is what I use to cleanse myself and start my day before I head out into this big city. Oh. Now, little different things I've brought along is I have just a small altar cloth, and I can put that out. Now, you can get these altar cloths on my Etsy store too, and as well as I have little tarot bags that match the altar cloth design. Now, what I have in here, yeah, I did bring it. I wasn't sure. So I made a quick little spell card that I would like to decorate. It has the Fool, the Chariot, and the Knight of Wands. I thought I'm on to new adventures and a new job. So it was like taking that leap of faith and the traveling with the Chariot card and the Knight of Wands be my protector on these travels. I was a little nervous, new job, new thing, jumping in. So I thought I'd rock that, and then I can decorate it while I'm here, doing for some crafts I can do. Now, I did bring it, good. This little, let me just take off the ribbon here. This is abundance of work, new job, and happiness. So I've made this spell card for my new job to make sure everything goes off without a hook. And I want to be able to love my job, my new job. So I chose, what is that? The eight of Pentacles. So I want to be able to enjoy my job, not just have a job just for money and just do it because of that. I want to do well. I want to be happy. I want my boss to be happy. I want things cool around me. So I brought that as just a little, let's keep the awesomeness going. And of course, I can't go anywhere without my pendulum. That's a labradorite pendulum that I got a few years ago at the original Edmonton's Witches Market. So that's nice to have that for whatever I need to. And because I'm a collector witch, I like rocks and stones and crystals, and I like collecting herbs and seeds. So who knows where I go on my travels and my walks. So I just brought a couple little empty bags that I can put little goodies in with. And so far, what I've done, again, depending on what kind of witch you are, or what you like to use. Like one of the things is I grabbed some little salt, just some little salt baggies, you know, just a little concentration, just to add a little ways if I need that. And then my first night here, because I have a kitchenette for while I'm away at this job, I had a roasting chicken. Those ones are already cooked. And I saved the wishing bone because I'm a bone witch. So that one I'll be able to, you know what, let's do it together. All right, you grab one side, I'll grab the other. Are you ready? Make a wish. What's my wish? You have to make a wish. This is a wishing bone. Then I'll snap the side. Whoever gets the top side gets the wish. Alrighty. 1, 2. What was I gonna wish for? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you got it! You got it! You got your wish there, my friends. That is so cool. Alright, I hope your wish comes true. Okay, so another thing I like to bring with me is I have this little pouch. I have like little charms on here for the pentacles, for cups, for swords, a wand, and then a tarot card. And this is my favorite deck. Actually, I have 2 favorite decks all time. I have over 110 decks. But this is actually the Patch Tarot deck from Spirit of Science. And an absolutely, I'll show you the cards, the front of the cards. It's an absolutely amazing deck. So much detail and so much love and time and research went into these. There's symbolism all over. You just have to look to read. It's really, 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 really cool. So I love having at least one tarot card. So usually I have quite a few decks when I travel, but I'm not driving, so I couldn't do the weight. Okay, so the next thing that I have is my Vegvisor. That one's made with black tourmaline. Now the black tourmaline kind of creates an energetic shield around the person who carries it too. It helps absorb any negative energy, psychic energy. I'm just like, I love rubbing this piece. I carry it around quite a bit. I have a couple amethyst one, but this black tourmaline one with the gold inlay is really, really, really a really good one for traveling. So the Vegvisor is a powerful magical stave. It's to help out the person with, it's kind of more of a navigation through weather, through storms, more than rough water, which some people think it is. But it's to help serve you through rough weather. And if carried, it's supposed to serve the purpose of helping you see your way, even if you can't see your way. And I was on a different trip of new adventures for a new job with eyes wide open, yes, but still it's new. So I just needed something to help protect me on what I couldn't see. So there's that. Now I have, of course, amethyst. I think I got a couple pieces of amethyst. I do, yes. All right. So I picked out a couple of them here. Now amethyst is like the traveler's #1 stone that is used. Moonstone is another good one, but this amethyst, it kind of brings a sense of calm and serene. It helps out. When I think of amethyst, I think of the plant lavender. So it helps out with any travel anxieties, and I have sometimes that. So bringing some of that along. All right, and the next one I have is malachite. This green with dark green stripes that happens within this one is regarded as a little talisman for travelers. Now, when worn by travelers, it's kind of helps you protect from danger. It helps you out with psychic attacks coming in as well, and it's said it's supposed to help out with motion sickness while traveling too. So another good #1 stone to carry next to the amethyst. Another great one is, I got some labradorite right from Labrador, Canada. This beautiful little transforming talisman is incredible. This is good for spiritual alignment, for intuition. What else is it good for? It's good for shielding, putting shields and helping you in your auras. Okay, and my next one is, I gotta remember the name, rutile quartz. Rutile. I know it's like it's like a powerful protective stone against psychic attack. It can block out quite a bit of energies, and it's amplified by the clear quartz crystals. But sometimes I remember it's like a clear stone with these longer golden flecks in it. Comment down below if I'm correct in naming. I was just called to grab this stone. So there's a reason for it, and I'm not quite sure if I got it for 100% correct. So comment down below if I got that stone right. Anyway, it's in the mojo bag, and I'm loving it. Clear quartz crystal, of course. I have a nice little 5-pointer here on both sides, and that one is to amplify the other stones. I have an evil eye bead that I threw in there too, to protect myself against the evil eye, any jealousy, any psychic negativity. And I forgot I had this one in here. This one is blue opal, and it hasn't been polished yet. It's this raw opal piece. And why was I drawn? Why was I drawn for this one? Calming, serene, angelic, guardian, protecting against psychic. Again, I'm feeling interesting. And then I have a little purple scroll. I wonder if I wrote anything on it. I can't recall. No, not yet, but I have the rest of the scroll to write something on while I'm here, in case I needed anything extra. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. So what we have next is also utilizing some things. Like I said, you can use, what about the little salt packets that you find at restaurants or you find at your hotel? If you need a little salt for cleansing, also dispose of that properly. So don't just garbage it, because then they're all garbaging it. Now, little things that you could make. I'm going to be showing you on a little video. I've had some evenings after work. I've needed some things to do. I've kept my tea bag pouch with my little tea bag paper dumpy doohickey thing, and I've decided to make, I'm going to show you. So they look like little matchbooks, but they're little tea pocket books that I've decorated. I just went down to the dollar store and I just spent like $4 and got some loose paper and some little specialty paper that they make that's a little made for card sets. And I don't know if you can see it. And I've made these little spell cards. They're so cute. And I made little spell cards for each and every one of these, and I'm gonna make a little video out of this on how to make them because they are just too cute. What else do I have? I think that is it. Little pouches for collection, my little mojo bag for some crystals, collected some bones for making some wishes with you. I have my cards for any clarity, any advice I'd like to need throughout the week while I'm here. And just enjoying. Now, when you're traveling, think of things that are very light to bring. Consider how you're traveling. If you're international traveling, that's going through customs, bringing spell jars, mystery herbs, mystery oils. They're gonna ask you to take it apart. You're gonna ask you to throw it and toss it away. Or you're gonna have to mail it back to yourself. So even with my oil blend that I made for anxiety oil, I wound up having to make sure that was checked in my luggage that went underneath the airplane. I was worried that it would be taken away if I brought it on my carry-on. But little things you could do without alarming the people around you, little spell cards. Oh, this is just an artist trading card, And having little things like that is very lightweight and tiny and mobile to bring. Now, different things that you could bring, you have to consider where you're staying as well. So candle smoke, even that, blowing them out, having the scent of the candles in the room, they may not like that as well in the hotel rooms. So that's why, again, I was saying earlier, I bring my chakra spray. Oh, it smells so good. Sweetgrass and peppermint. It smells so good. Oh, it's so cleansing. And you don't have to worry about any smoke cleansing smells and upsetting anybody around you or upsetting the hotel owners. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little what's in my travel bag. It's been a pleasure showing you some little hints and tips along the way, showing you what's in my travel bag. Every time I go somewhere, this looks different. So I tend to kind of pull crystals from what I need for where I'm going. I will be drawn to maybe a certain tarot deck to bring with me, maybe someone I'm going to be seeing, maybe I don't know someone who I'm going to be talking to. I'm going to need that deck. Spirit will let me know. So go with your intuition when pulling items, and go with your smarts about how you're traveling by plane, train, automobile, and consideration what you can bring and how much weight you can bring in your luggage and the items too. So this was just fun, easy, some fun little stuff that I brought with me. Making my little teeny tiny little spell cards, so I have something to do on my evenings when I'm not working. And again, keeping it small, keeping it light, so I can bring it back with me, so I don't have these big craft items, which I've thought about, but I won't. I might be bringing back a plant or two with me. I'm gonna put it in my check-in bag, and then my friend of mine said use hot pockets, the hot pockets that you put in your gloves to keep warm. So it'll keep the plant warm, so it won't freeze underneath the airplane. That's so awesome. So I might be, I'll update you if my plant survived. I'm totally sneaking back some plants. I found some pretty cheap out here. Alrighty, well, thanks so very much for joining me today, and have yourself an absolutely magical day.